Hi YouTubers, this is Lady Lisa. I'm coming to you. First off, I want you to know that my hair is not fixed and I have no makeup on and I don't care. I want to talk about two things. First thing I want to talk about is hair loss. I have heard over and over and over again on the channels, everybody's talking about what they can do, what they're trying, all these different things that's going to stop their hair loss. Well, I can tell you from experience, I had 2 years ago, my mother had a stroke, and I went through an extreme amount of stress because I was having to take care of everything there, and I was going back and forth every 3 days, and I was working for a couple of days and going down there for 3 days, and then going, and my mom lives in Dallas and I live 3 hours away. So about 3 or 4 months later, my hair started falling out, and it fell out and fell out and fell out and thinned, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I took, every time I showered, every time I brushed my hair, I would clump it all into my hand and I would take a picture of it. And I put some of them on my Facebook even, quite a few of them actually. But this went on for 2 months, 3 months, when I finally went to the dermatologist. Excuse me. And she talked to me and told me, she said, this all has to do with stress. And I said, no, it doesn't. She said, yes, this is very typical for stress. And I kind of not really argued with her, but I didn't believe her. And when I left, I just knew, she was like, there's nothing you can do about it. You know, there's no pills, there's no hair stuff, nothing you can do for your hair to keep it from falling out. Because she said that the hair follicle, the hair that goes in here, she said that when you go through stress and stuff, that this just kind of gets lazy here. And so it's really easy for that hair to fall out. And there's nothing that you can do to make this strong again. Now, the pills and stuff that you guys can take, or we can take, helps it grow. But until this is not lax anymore and it's tight again, it's not going to be able to hold anything there. It's still just going to fall out. My hair got pretty thin. I wish I had a picture of it. It's probably on my cell phone. But my hair got thin enough. You can see how long my hair is. And my hair is not actually back where it was. But my hair got so thin that when I did this, yes, I had my hair up in a ponytail, I'm a nurse. But when I did this, you could see through it. And it just really made me sad, and I cried and I cried. And I cut my hair off to right here. I've always had long hair. I'm 49 years old, and I've always had long hair. So I cried and cried and cried because I had to cut my hair up to here. And it grew back out, and this is what I've got now, and that's been within the last 2 years. It's a lot thicker than it was. It's a lot thicker up here, so as soon as all this stuff grows out down here, you know, I'll have that. But I'm expecting the hair loss. Since I've already had the hair loss once before, and I know it comes from stress, knowing that your body, or my body, is going through the stress of this surgery, and then most recently my mother, a couple of days. Let's see, I was going to leave February 5th for Mexico. On February 4th, my mother had some major seizures and ended up in ICU. I went down to Dallas and took care of that situation, and had canceled my plans with my friend that for us to go hang out at San Diego Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My surgery was on Monday. By the time Sunday got there, she was stable. She was still in ICU, but they were going to take her out of ICU and move her to the floor the same day. So I went ahead and went to Mexico. My stepdad is 80 years old, and he was extremely confused, and I knew something was going on there, but I didn't really realize what it was. And so I sent him to my son's house, and him and his wife took care of him until I got back. My surgery was on Monday, and I got back Thursday night. My daughter-in-law and son said that he peed all over everything, that he peed on the couch, he peed in the car. And I was like, well, they said it really stinks bad. And I was like, this just doesn't sound right. Being a nurse, I knew this wasn't right. So I took him to the doctor, and he had an extremely bad bladder infection. And with elderly people, that happens. Anyway, after that, between that stress and then the surgery stress, I'm expecting it to fall out. Now, it falling out, your hair falling out, isn't going to happen to everybody. And people can have different amounts of hair loss. I wonder who that is. I'm out in the country, so no telling. Anyway, so expect the unexpected. Hope for the best. Be prepared for the worst. I mean, that's with anything in life. You got to take it as it goes. That's just the way it is. Now, a couple of things that I have learned since my last video. Before my surgery, I went out and bought 2 great big gallon jugs of Isopure powder. And I had gotten myself to where I really kind of liked it. I mean, I didn't really like it, but I was able to make Kool-Aid with it, you know, sugar-free Kool-Aid with it, and add it to it. And I was drinking that, and I wasn't having a problem with it. I was mixing it in with some foods and jellos and stuff like that, and I was able to tolerate it. Excuse me. I just got through eating. I absolutely hate Isopure now. And I don't know what to do with those big things. What I have been doing is, because I don't like it, and I don't have the money to go out and buy more of those. We have an Herbalife store here in town that makes the drinks. So I go by there every morning, and I get me a 24 gram Herbalife drink, and they add an extra 3 grams for something. I don't know. Something else has an extra 3 grams in it. So I get that, and I don't like tea, and they have that tea stuff that they require. They're required to give you, or that's what they claim. I get the aloe water and not the aloe tea, and I just mix some Kool-Aid, you know, that little squishy stuff, the sugar-free, looks like Mio, you know. And I've also found that I absolutely, before surgery, loved Mio peach mango. I have loved that for a couple of years, and I have drank so much of that. But I can't stand it now. I like the Kool-Aid, the cherry Kool-Aid, but I can't stand that Mio. I just, oh my gosh, I just don't know. how to explain it, but I just don't. Anyway, I'm right at 10 minutes. This is 5. I had it February the 8th, 2016. I think yesterday was 5 weeks. I am eating 2 ounces, and I measure everything. Everything I measure. And so I'm eating 2 ounces at a time. I eat slowly. It may take me 30 to 45 minutes to eat 2 ounces of something. I have a friend that had it done on the same day. She eats 2-3 ounces, and she eats it way too fast. She throws up. Almost every time she throws up. So anyway, slowly, life gets better. It gets worse, then it gets better, and then it gets worse, and then it gets better. That's just the roller coaster of life. So have fun with your roller coaster, and we will see you hopefully in a week. We'll get back to it. Thanks, YouTubers. Lady Lisa signing off. Oh crap, I'm still recording.